Are you in the market for a cute, cuddly fur baby? Have you decided whether you want to rescue a dog or find a breeder? Well, one of those options is a better choice, and I'm here to tell you why. You can save at least one of the lives of the hundreds of thousands of dogs dying in shelters every year. About 3.1 million dogs enter shelters on an annual basis, and about 400,000 of those dogs end up euthanized. I have attempted to compile some statistics as well as other pros and cons of rescuing versus buying. My research has revealed that adopting or rescuing is the better option when in the market for a dog. But before you make your decision, it is important to understand the facts of both choices, such as the cost, the time and energy spent, and the real problem with one of these choices. Let's begin by talking about the facts of the cost. So, when it comes to buying a dog, from a breeder or a store, the cost can be thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on the breed, of course, and the vetting that is required of the dog in order to be ready for the home. Rescuing a dog, on the other hand, can cost only a couple hundred, and the dog usually comes already vetted with shots and spayed, neuter, and all things of that nature. So next, I want to talk about the time and energy that you would spend for each of these options. When you buy a dog, it's about a 15 to 20-year commitment to get and keep a healthy, well-behaved dog. So you'll have to spend a ton of time and energy training, which can also go into the cost category depending if the dog needs a higher level of training, if you need to take any other classes to get the dog, settled into your home. And also, of course, picking up the pee and poop around your home is a lot of time and energy, and it takes a lot. When it comes to rescuing a dog, it can be quick and easy. Since most rescuable dogs are already trained for the most part, you don't have to spend all your time and energy picking up the pee and poop all over your home. And there will only be some light training just to get the dog adjusted to your home. But obviously, that makes sense. You got to get the dog used to your home. So, comparatively, it's a lot easier and takes a lot less time and energy when you rescue a dog. So next, I'm going to talk about what the real problem is, and touch on who is really affected by this issue. So the real problem is the overcrowding of shelters and stores due to mass breeding and puppy mills. This directly affects the amount of dogs euthanized every single year in shelters. So the ASPCA collects all of this data on the traffic of not just dogs, but all animals, the traffic of these animals in and out, also as the end result of these animals. So the numbers don't lie. I really want to talk about who's affected by this problem because I think it's really important to think about and talk about. The dogs themselves are the main group that are affected by this issue. It's not fair to them that they get brought into this world and are taken out simply because we don't have the room for them. So then it's kind of like, why did we bring them here in the first place? So I think it's just not fair to the dogs that they don't get to live out their lives simply because we don't have the room for them. So the other group that is affected by this are the vet workers, caring for and then killing so many animals has such a negative effect on the vet workers involved in euthanasia. Andrew Canis and the other authors who researched the impact that euthanasia has on shelter employees reported that the workers had higher levels of work stress and lower levels of work satisfaction in direct relation to vet workers that are not involved in euthanasia. So euthanasia is really the key piece here. And I think it's important to really think about these groups that are affected by this issue. So now that you have the information regarding breeding and adopting, let's chat about making the right decision and making a difference. So adopting or rescuing a dog, when you're in the market for a dog, it's important to rescue instead of buying from a store or a breeder. The more people that rescue means the more space there will be for other dogs without a home. So you got to kind of think of it as a double whammy. Not only are you saving the life of the dog that you are bringing home, but you are saving the life of another dog that doesn't have a home because now there is a home for them. So it's really important to think about that double whammy factor. I think that is a really big selling point when it comes to adopting versus buying, because you get to save two lives. And what's better than that? So it's imperative to not buy or support breeders or puppy mills because they are the problem. In a perfect world, there will be no mass breeding or puppy mills. There will be a stop to puppy mills, and no fur babies will be euthanized due to overcrowding. But with no action at all, there will be no end to the euthanization of our poor fur babies. So if you want to be part of the solution, please rescue dogs, don't buy them. Millions of dogs enter shelters on an annual basis, and hundreds of thousands of these dogs are euthanized every year due to overcrowding. So if you're in the market for a dog, deciding whether to rescue or buy is an important decision, but it should be an easy one. So please adopt, don't buy. And with your help, we'll be able to reduce the amount of dogs dying in stores and shelters every single year.